couple of occasions. I'm going to ask now, is this the appropriate point to go through the evaluation of the meeting? Okay. And this is my first time as a general evaluator. We, as a club, I think, could do a few things to improve our efficiency. I would, again, I've been a little split because of a big issue at work, but did I miss the theme for today?
Yes.
I think it's fine.
Was it sent out ahead of time? Okay, so I missed that.
I missed it too.
Well,
I don't know how
it's right here.
I didn't get it somehow.
It's been on the agenda for a day or two at least.
Okay,
And
and I
there-
couldn't find an updated agenda either in my email. So just, clearly it went out this time. I missed it. I would like to encourage us, make sure that yes.
I'm not sure it went out, but it was on the website. If you log onto the website, our particular agenda.
And that speaks to my next point, which is we all need to start using the website if we're not already. We need to get these positions filled. I would like to suggest that if we are having trouble, that sometimes we could, as we did today, combine some positions such as the invocation and the humorist, or word of the day and the humorist, if that helps us. It would be very helpful to have those filled out beforehand. I think that would also allow us to do more preparation before we got in here. Evaluators to talk to their speakers, to get their introductions down, to understand what speech they were giving, things that they want to work on. The general evaluator to know who the evaluators are and know what their role is, so that everybody's very clear, so that when we come in, we're ready to start rather than maybe scrambling around a little bit. Now, having said that, we're a really flexible club, and I love that people are willing to step in and jump in and do things that they hadn't planned on doing and being flexible in that arena. So congratulations on that. I think that's really good. We started just a little late today. Again, we were just trying to get some things together. I thought that Randy, you did a good job with the housekeeping right up front. I liked the theme. It was very nice in time with the time of year, and I thought the word of the day was difficult, especially for me. I think we often end up with difficult words. I would like to see us, A, try to use these difficult words more often, and B, try to bring in words that might be easier for us to incorporate into everyday speech. I like the table topics, I like the objects that were brought in, that gave us a little something different to work with. I thought all of the responses to table topics were very creative and very different, so those were all wonderful. On the prepared speeches, again, I might have missed it. I would have liked to have heard more background on what Regina was doing, because it was so different than what we had seen in the first book, so that we understood what we were looking at. Now, when you did the evaluation, Justin, you did a great job of filling that in for me and saying this is what she was doing, this is what she was working on, so I appreciated that. Justin, I thought your evaluation was very enthusiastic. I always like you have such a pleasant way of presenting your thoughts. You always smile and you always show enthusiasm. When I see evaluations, because you are evaluating a person, I always like to hear you speak directly to that person. I see you look at Regina, but referring to her in the third person. I think it's okay when you're explaining a point to use third person, but when you're speaking directly to the speaker, I'd like to either use their name or you. John, it is apparent that you have done evaluations before. It was clear that you had listened to the speech. You brought in very specific items from Randy's speech, incorporating them into your evaluation. I liked your very constructive feedback on things that he could do as far as content was concerned. And I thought that that was offered in a very positive way. And before, I'm going to turn it back over to the Toastmaster at this point.